What's going on? Facebook, YouTube, people of the internet world and podcast world, right?
I suppose people of the interweb.
People of the interwebs. Welcome back. Welcome. We got some great news tonight. Going over a bunch of info for the trail series. We got Susie in the house. She's our official TD. And we got Richard from Eastport Marina joining us this evening as well. We're going to talk about the open event, a little over a month away, and also the Clash of Clubs event, which we got some exciting announcements for that.
We do.
I think you guys should start getting signed up there, and we'll go over all that good stuff. But first, go down in that lower left-hand corner, smash the share button. Let's get some folks in here. Let's get talking about this. Let's get Susie in here first. Welcome.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's good. The weather's been nicer. It's been warmer. I've seen the sun a lot more lately, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, I think everybody's getting excited all across the nation now that it's kind of warming up and everybody's not in a freeze. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be kind of nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting back in the kayak and back on the water and all that good stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
So we've been hard at work on this little trail series, and we can finally announce some fine details, prizes, sponsors, entry fees, all that good stuff. Let's start off with the trail schedule first, and I'll pull it off, Susie, if you want, or I'll pull it up on the screen if you want to start reading off all the stops and where we're going.
All right. So we begin in April with the Open on the 9th and the 10th. And then the 11th, we've got the Clash of Clubs. And then towards the end of April, on the 24th, we've got the Tippecanoe River in Indiana. In May, on the 15th, we are at the Coldwater Chain in Michigan, and we are teaming up with Topwater Series, Mr. Mike Anderson. We're going to be coordinating with them. And then we move on to June. I think that's actually the 19th. I think that date's the wrong date because I think that was the same week as The
yes.
yep, that got moved. So yeah, disregard 612. It's actually 619 for the Madison chain, and we are teaming up with Great Lakes Kite Fishing Series on that one. And then at the end of July, we are on the Fox River in Illinois. And then August 28th, we're on Lake Erie in the Maumee River. And then in September, we are closing things off in La Crosse for the Invitational and the Championship.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Just like that, boys and girls.
Boom, shakalaka.
Pretty stacked scheduled, great little Midwest tour that we put together. It's going to be pretty interesting. I know I've talked to some folks about it, and they're pretty stoked at all the stops. It's not they're great bodies of water, but it's not the typical ones that get beat up by all the trails or local clubs every year, so to speak. So it's kind of cool. It's interesting to see, and the response to the actual schedule has been great as well. So, well, let's get our good friend Richard in here from Eastport Marina. Let's talk about the Open and the Clash of Clubs. But first, let's talk a little bit about Eastport. Richard, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm great. How are you guys?
Good, man. You warming back up down there in Tennessee?
Yeah, I mean, there was times yesterday and today I didn't even have to wear a jacket.
That's always nice. I know we were talking the other day in our group chat, and I think it was Ryan Milford brought up. He's like, "Man, I would hate to have to drive down to the boat ramp at Eastport if it's all icy down there."
Yeah, well, you know what happened is about 6 years ago we had a bad snowstorm, and I went out and bought a 4-wheel because I had to walk that hill twice in one day. Oh. By the way, it's the only day in 14 years I've ever walked up and down that hill. And I bought a 4-wheeler with a plow on the front. So I told me they owed me big time because once I bought the plow, look, it didn't snow for 7 years. So we had to get it out. So we had it all plowed and salted, and we took care of the hill thinking we were going to get more snow than what we actually got. So it wasn't too bad.
Right on. Well, that's good news, man. That's good news. Well, we're coming down to your neck of the woods to kick off the season at Eastport Marina. So for those listening and watching, why don't you give us a little background on Eastport and where you guys are located on Dale Hollow Lake and all that good stuff?
Okay, so we're on Dale Hollow Lake in Tennessee, and we're as far up the Obie River as you can get. It's right where the lake starts. So we got the East Fork of the Obie River and the West Fork of the Obie River, and it meets right at Eastport and then heads 53 miles to the dam. So in the springtime, the fishing gets hot with us first because the water heats up a little bit sooner than the rest of the lake.
Sure.
So, April is just a prime time to come down and catch some really nice smallmouth and largemouth both. So it should be great fishing for you guys. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know that was one thing when we talked about coming down there to hold a tournament, hold an event. That was the one thing you had suggested. Make it the beginning of April because the fishing is just going to be lights out.
Yeah. If you wanted to do a tournament in July, I'd say forget it. But I think the first day you guys suggested, I was like, oh no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
catch a bunch of fish. So.
Well, very cool, man. And for those of you that are going to plan on heading down for the Open and the Clash of Clubs, and we'll get into those details here in a second. But you guys offer lodging, camping, cabins. You guys got some houseboats that you're renting rooms out on and things like that. Why don't you give folks a little background on that? And then also, you guys have a restaurant there on site, so you'll be offering up some food and things like that.
Yeah. So what we have is, and actually somebody that's already planning on coming, they rented a whole house. There's 6 kayakers coming down for the tournament that are already rented a cabin. Now we have a few cabins left. This is, prime season for our regular every year fishermen. So cabins are filling up, but there are a couple left still. Now we blocked off a lot of the houseboats because they normally don't go out this early. And you can rent a houseboat. This will be a 6-bedroom houseboat. You can rent one room for $150 for all 3 nights.
Okay.
So 1 or 2 people, if you like to cuddle, that's okay. We don't judge. So anyway, you can. We have I think 24 of those rooms available, and then we're going to offer primitive camping, and it is primitive. I mean, it's on a nice farm. It's well maintained, but it's not really a campground. So you bring the camping stuff. We'll have porta potties set up, and of course, it'll be right next to our farm venue, which is we have a barn, 6,000 square foot, air conditioned, heated barn that we can use for entertainment. We have a band coming. We will have a company called Jighead Beer. If you haven't had their beer, it's great beer, and it's named after some tackle, so it's kind of cool.
Heck yeah.
And then anyway, so dinner, we have an opportunity where you can just show up at the barn in the evening time, and there'll be a buffet. There's 2 different ones. The menus I can post later. They looks pretty good. So, and it's $15, includes dessert, includes a tea, and then we'll also, if you want a box lunch to take with you, they can prepare that for you as well. But we made it really inexpensive. I mean, well, the houseboat's a deal, a really good deal, and then you get a group of friends and all share the same boat, not have to share with strangers if you want to. And then the camping is going to be like $8 or $7. I forget what I put, but you can sign up for that on Eventbrite. All this stuff you can do on Eventbrite makes it real simple, real easy for us to kind of control. Now, if you don't want to pay those Eventbrite fees, which is probably about 10%, you can just give us a call, and we can take it over the phone and not charge you those fees. But we can do it either way. And then dinner's $15, and then the box lunch is $10. So it's pretty economical and a good deal, and it's a great place for everybody to socialize.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing too, I wanted to throw out there, the barn location, that's on 90 acres, I think you told me at one point in time.
A 90-acre farm, and it sits right on a 35-acre hayfield with a pond. And it's absolutely gorgeous.
So there's plenty of room for folks to spread out and not be on top of each other. Still be safe if you're worried about the COVID and things like that.
Yeah, there's a ridge actually behind the barn where we have taken down some trees and let a little sunlight in there. It's wooded and pretty level, and that's a great place to put a lot of campers, and that's pretty much what we were thinking. But you could also out front on the grass, you can do that as well.
Nice.
So
Very
cool. Driving all over the field, but we can have some camping there.
Very cool. I just dropped down in the chat, guys and gals. There's a link to a YouTube video that the Paddle and Fin crew did when we were down there visiting Richard at Eastport Marina. There's some aerial footage of the farm we're talking about, and the actual marina down on the water. Go check that out after the broadcast here, after we get done going over all the fine details and things like that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful property that Richard has down there.
I can give you it. I mean, it's real easy to remember. The website for the farm it's called thefarm@eastportmarina.com.
There you go. Bam.
Okay. And there's on there actually says Eastport Marina. You can click from that website over to the Eastport Marina, back and forth, whatever.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I know guys and gals are interested in payouts and all that kind of stuff. And you said the farm at eastportmarina.com?
That's it.
All right. I'm putting that in the chat for you guys as well. That way you guys got all links that you can go back and reference. So for the Open, it's a 2-day tournament, Friday, Saturday, $100 entry fee. There will be no PayPal fees or Tourney X fees taken out of the prize pool. So it's 100+% cash payback plus, you ready for this? Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Are you sure? Jay's half asleep tonight, guys. Everybody drop in the chat. Wake up, Jay. Get energized, Jay. See,
Hey.
I'm calling you out, buddy. But it's so for the first place winner, if we have 100 anglers for the Open, which we're anticipating is going to be much more because we got the Clash of Clubs the day after that. If we have just 100 anglers, we got first place getting $3,515. Second place with $1,805. That's just first and second place. Top 10% are going to get paid. But first place is going to get a decked out, brand new canoe, either Pursuit or Frontier 12. And second place will be a decked out Flint. Correct, Richard?
That's it.
And that's courtesy of Eastport Marina and some of the fine vendors that are going to be joining us down there that are going to be on location. So if you guys need to pick up some gear, things like that, there's going to be some vendors there. Visit them, give them a purchase. Not only that, but there's going to be door prizes, a ton of giveaways and things like that. So, I mean, basically you're talking for $100 first place, you're walking away with a little over $3,500 in cash plus another $2,000 plus in a decked out kayak.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. $100 for $5,000. Susie, I quit. I'm joining the tournament. See ya.
Yeah. Finally, let's go.
So we worked really hard on this, and we got some surprises for the Clash of Clubs too. So the link, I will drop the link to get registered on TourneyX. The event is already up on TourneyX. If you go to the homepage, home tournament page on TourneyX, you just scroll down, you'll see paddle and fin. Actually, I'm going to show you guys this that are tuning in. I'll share the screen up so you can see it. Share screen. TourneyX. Bam. This is TourneyX homepage. Go to the Tourney site. Scroll right down. Look at that. Paddle and fin right there. Boom. We got the Open at Dale Hollow. All the rules are in there. We're going to go over those in a second, along with the Clash of Clubs is in there as well, and you guys can get signed up. So you guys are looking at a little over $5,000 in cash and prizes for first place at the Open, and that's based on just 100 anglers.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get 150, 200 anglers, it's a hefty chunk of change right there, folks. So I just posted that link down in the chat. Now, Clash of Clubs. Had a lot of questions about this. Clash of Clubs. We're trying to get over 50 now. We're not going to limit it at 50. If we get more clubs interested, we'll take them. Wherever you are in the nation, send 3 anglers from your club, grassroots club, to come down to Dale Hollow and battle it out for best club in the nation. I know we got clubs coming from Florida, Indiana, New York, Tennessee, South Carolina. I believe there's a Texas club confirmed. We got a ton of clubs coming from the Midwest, but all over. So talk with your club, get a team together. It's a 3-man team, 5 fish per man. So 15 fish total for your team. Top 15 fish are going to take it home for best club in the nation. But not only that, the highest limit in the Clash of Clubs tournament for an individual is taking home a new canoe Flint.
Whoa.
New canoe Flint, boys and girls. So you can not only win payouts. Susie, you got the payouts for the Clash of Clubs based on 50 clubs?
Not yet. Sorry. I'm having a hard
Susie's
time
sleeping.
braining. Sorry. My brain is a little fried right now. So
that's 3 boats going out.
Three kayaks in one weekend are going out the door. 2 anglers. So you better bring your trailer, boys and girls,
Yep.
or go get a roof rack installed on your car that can handle 2 boats going home, because somebody's going home with them.
Plus, it's like going to vacation. I mean, where are you going to be? It's, very vacation-esque.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the beautiful woods and hills of Dale Hollow Lake, man. I remember when we were there in October, man, and I was just totally blown away by the landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Jay talked about it for weeks. I had to get him to shut up about it and how he was going to move to Tennessee.
I did.
And this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, Jay, I know you miss it. We'll go back. We're going back next year. Now we're actually going back twice.
Hey, Brian, I get to live here, man.
Yeah. We envy you. We envy you.
Yeah, every day,
It's beautiful. If you guys have never been in that part of Tennessee, Dale Hollow Lake area, I highly recommend it. Not only that, if you guys can't make the tournament, go visit Eastport Marina any time of the year. It's just a very beautiful place, cool atmosphere, tons of great people working there. Richard's whole family basically works there, running the marina and the resort. The cabins are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The houseboats are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that's all in that video that we dropped in the comments down below. So definitely go check those out. Guys and gals, if you're listening on the podcast after the stream, all this info will be linked in the show notes so you can go and find it. It'll be all hyperlinked, so you can just click on the Tourney X thing. You can click on the Eastport link and all that good stuff, so you can get all signed up for this, all the goodness going on Dale Hollow Lake. Did you get it, Susie?
No.
It was very confident. No.
I'm sorry.
For both events, there will be big bass pots. So for the 2-day open event, you're going to have a big bass pot on day 1, a big bass pot on day 2. That's going to be $5 out of the entry fee, each entry fee taken out for that. So depending on the number of anglers is going to determine the amount of money for the big bass payouts, but it'll be $5 an angler. That'll go to the biggest bass caught on each day. There will be a captain's meeting the night before, Thursday night. That'll be mandatory. You can either check in on Facebook, or you can come down to the Eastport Marina and get checked in. We are going to have some folks on the water getting some live coverage of the tournament. All tournaments will be live streamed with up-to-date information, changes in the leaderboard, interviews with anglers and things like that. So we recommend you come to the captain's meeting. So that way we can get an interview with you, talk about, give you guys the spotlight, get your name out there, what you're fishing out of and all that good stuff. Am I missing anything on that?
No.
Susie, the link for the waivers is on the Tourney X sign up, correct? Yeah. So you guys will have to fill out a waiver, get those signed out. The link to fill out your waiver online is right there on the Tourney X registration page.
All right. I think I finally got it. All right. So first place, if we have
50 clubs.
50 clubs.
And the entry fee for that is $225 a club, or it breaks down to $75 per angler. 3-man teams.
Whoops, just kidding. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds.
And again, so on the Clash of Clubs, the individual with the highest limit is going to go home with a New Canoe Flint, courtesy of Team New Canoe. We had 3 regions of Team New Canoe contribute to that. They're sacrificing some of their budget money on that to put that up. That was a Great Lakes region, the region that covers Tennessee and West Virginia.
Okay, now I think I finally got it.
Jay Lowry says, "Where's Paddle and Fin out of?" Our official business office is based out of Illinois, but we have hosts scattered all across the country, with the exception of the West Coast. We don't have anybody on the West Coast. Furthest west is probably Dustin down in Texas.
We'll call that the Mountain Coast. Just from the Mountain Time Zone. Dumb joke, sorry.
It's so Josh Eldridge asked a great question. He said, "Is that individual with the highest limit from the winning team?" No, you could be on the losing team. You can be on a losing team that doesn't place in the money, but you got the highest limit of the overall Clash of Clubs tournament, 5 fish limit. You're winning the kayak. So, even if your team doesn't place in the money, say you're the only one on your team that catches 5 fish, and it was the biggest bag of the whole day, you're going to win that boat. It's the biggest individual bag of the day. You do not have to be on the winning team in order to win that new canoe flip.
That sounds like a deal to me.
But he might want to look for new team members.
Yeah. Touche.
All right. Are you guys finally ready for this?
Yes.
Oh, geez, what?
All right. So, based on 50 clubs, first place team is going to walk away with $4,400. That's a lot of cash.
Second place?
$2,750.
Third place?
$2,200.
Fourth place?
$1,100.
And fifth place?
$550.
So they're basically doubling up their money.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. I love it. I love
That's
it.
a lot of moolah.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of cash going out the door for that. And again, we got door prizes too that are going to be given away each night at check-in and tournament results. We're going to get into some of the sponsors we have for that. Richard, we don't want to keep you too long, man. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on as far as the events happening down there at Eastport Marina?
No, I will give you this. By tomorrow, I'll have that link for Eventbrite and make sure I have some detailed information on menus and stuff like that and what's going on. And then the sooner the better we get some information. I mean, if we don't know if 50 or 200 people are showing up, it's kind of hard to really plan. So
Sure.
And of course, we're not the only place on the lake you can stay. I mean, there's 15 marinas on the lake, and I know you can put in anywhere on Dale Hollow. So
Correct.
I'll also get you a list of marinas that are part of the Marina Association. I'll get you a list of their contact information in case somebody wants to look at lodging at those places as well.
Excellent. We appreciate that. And we will post that up on the Facebook page on Friday, and we'll post it up again throughout the weeks leading up to the event. So that way you guys can schedule your stay. Like Richard said, some places at some of the spots to stay at his place are booking up kind of quick. So you guys want to jump on that and get a spot reserved so you can be close to HQ. If not, they'll have the list of other spots throughout the Dale Hollow Lake area to get booked up for your stay. And real quick, Richard and the guys started their own podcast, Dale Hollow Lake Podcast, correct?
Yeah, it's been interesting so far. We just did our fourth one.
Yeah,
so,
I've been watching.
Yeah, it's been okay.
I like it. It. Well, I will tell you guys that are planning on going down there. They did an episode with a bunch of fishing guides from down there. You may want to go check out Richard's podcast, Dale Hollow Lake, with the fishing guides from down there, because they kind of talked about some stuff.
Yeah, they talked about some bait and stuff that they love to use.
Yeah.
But that was our first one. We didn't give any guidelines about background and what to wear and all that kind of stuff. So the reason you hear mostly just their voices and no pictures is because, they were in lazy boy chairs and no shirt on and, but they're great fishermen. Don't get me wrong; they are absolutely great fishermen.
Excellent.
And like I said, this end of the lake, boy, they should just blow it up with the fish in April.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's I know there was a comment towards the beginning of the podcast that says 2-day tournament on Dale Hollow Lake could easily exceed 180 inches for 2 days. So that's 90 inches of fish both days. And let's face it, the world record smallmouth came right out of Dale Hollow Lake. So
Boom. That's what I'm excited about when I get there a few days early, because I'm going to have some fun time fishing beforehand, because then, during the tournament and everything, I'm going to be busy with everything else. But I can't wait.
Well, if you get a chance, Eastport Marina actually has a TikTok, and there's one on there. You got it. We only have a few, awesome. but there's a TikTok where all the fish that I caught off the dock last year is in this TikTok, and it's to the song "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay." Anyway, so you got to check it out. I mean, there's a lot of big fish caught right off the dock.
Yeah,
nice.
I forgot that was your digital vice.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, there's a lot of businesses getting into TikTok.
Oh yeah.
The worst video I have though went viral, and we had 645,000 people look at it. So,
oh wow,
you just never know what's gonna take off. But the good ones, nobody looks at them. But this really bad one. Viral.
He's like, I don't want to brag, but I got this one.
Yeah,
I got this one. Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, we appreciate all your help with this, and we look forward to seeing you guys in a few weeks. And we'll get all the links to Richard's to the marina down there for you guys, so that way you guys can get lodging, get signed up, get your food situation settled with them. Phenomenal food. When we left in October, I think I stopped eating for 4 days because I was stuck. But and they got great coffee too. I'm not gonna lie, but
definitely,
yeah. So
and those links, I'll put them both on the Tourney X web pages and the Facebook pages as well. So there'll be multiple points that you guys can get to them.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome. Well, Richard, thank you again for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks, my friend.
All right. Hey, appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys and gals. So if you go on the Tourney X page, we'll go over this real quick. Let me share this up. Give me 1 second. Bam. Right here on the Tourney X page, you got boundaries. Link to the boundaries here. This is your link to the Google Docs. Thursday evening, 6 p.m., captain's meeting. You must check in to that captain's meeting. We go over all the rules and everything like that. Official launch time, 5:40 a.m. Anglers must have their kayaks on. Anglers can be in their kayaks on the water within 30 yards of the ramp before official launch. We do that in case there's several anglers at a specific launch and there's not a ton of room, or you got boats launching, things like that. You guys can get out of the way. Just stay close to the launch within 30 yards. Anglers must have an working 360 light on until official lines in, because sunrise is at 6:17. If you're running a motor, you have to have the red and green light on the front of your boat. Lines in at 6, lines out at 1:30. Check-in submission deadline is at 2:30, and then 3 o'clock back at the marina for the captain's meeting. They're going to have some live music, like Richard said, food, beer, entertainment. They're going to have vendors at the location on site. Following day, Saturday, same launch, all that good stuff. Award ceremony. This is the one thing we talked about when we first launched this trail. You win first place at the awards, you get paid before you even walk off that stage. We will have big angler checks for all the winners that you will be able to take home. We will have a backdrop and all that good stuff. Now, for the Open, top 10% are going to get qualifying spots to our championship. If you're only going to fish the Open, you want to fish La Crosse, Wisconsin at the end of the year. for our championship tournament. This is a great way to qualify for that. The 11 to 20% will qualify for the invitational. We'll get to that in a second. But you will have a way to qualify for the invitational, which is a second way to get into our championship. Basically, all our championship stuff you actually have to qualify for. There's no roll down spots. The one thing we decided we're going to do, we're partnering up with KBF this year. So if you're a KBF member, you do have an opportunity to qualify for the KBF National Championship by fishing these events. What else am I missing on that, Susie?
Let's see here. KBF membership, national championship. Trying to think. I can't think of anything. One thing though that I did want to add to the timeline is, Brian, you can jump in on this too. So we're going to be having kind of like a drive-through, like an hour up until the captain's meeting, where everybody can come in, maybe an hour, more than an hour before too, just depends when people come through. But we're going to have people come through and show us their catch boards, and we're going to slap a paddle and fin sticker on there, making sure that you guys aren't getting creative with cutting your boards or anything like that. And, I mean, just,
Yeah.
So.
All catch boards are allowed,
Yes.
including the carbonate boards. Boards must be inspected. If you're not going to make it down till Friday morning, we will have some of our people scattered throughout the lake in the morning, getting some video footage of you guys, some photographs taken off, some interviews before the tournament. So if you're not going to get down there till Friday morning or after the captain's meeting, we can tell you where those folks will be on Friday morning. You can meet them, and they will inspect your board and get your sticker on the board, so that way you can get out and on the water and not have to drive too far out of your way and things like that. But we're kind of following that standard that Hobie's doing right now, inspecting boards to kind of prevent any mischievous activities in our events. Hobie kind of set the standard for that, and we're going to follow that protocol as well, along with a few media things. We've some interviews of you guys talking about your pre-fishing, where you're from, how far you traveled to get there, things like that. And that's all going to be stuff that's going to be played on our live streams that'll start at the beginning of before the tournament starts, all the way to the weigh-in. So you can have family, friends, coworkers, things like that tuning in, watching the tournament results, watching you guys fish on the water and things like that. So it's going to be super interesting. We're super stoked about being able to give you guys the platform and really show all the anglers off while they're on the water. The regular trail events, the first regular trail event starts off in Indiana at the Tippecanoe River. That is also already up on Tourney X as well. The only thing we have not updated yet was our meetup location, correct?
Meetup location and timeline, we are fine-tuning those details because of the amount of river that we have for Tippecanoe. We're trying to find something that's kind of in the middle, and we want to make sure that we give anglers enough time after the tournament has ended to get to the meetup location and paddle against current, if any, that type of thing. So we're fine-tuning some of those details, but the map boundaries are on there. So yeah, if you guys want to take a look and see exactly where you can launch and what areas are fishable, go ahead and take a look. And yeah.
So that'll be updated here momentarily, and we'll get you guys those fine details. We're kicking it off in Indiana there. I know there's been a couple tournaments there in the past, and before it was a moving water tournament. So there is actually 2 lakes on the river that the river flows through. Those will be open boundaries for anybody planning on fishing that. And again, all these trail stops, top 10%, or I'm sorry, 1 through 10 qualify for the championship. And 11 through 20 will qualify for the invitational. Then from there, we go over to the cold water chain, correct? Which is right on the border of Michigan and Indiana. When we had scheduled that, that was in conflict with the, it wasn't IKA. What was
Top
MK?
Water IKA?
Yeah.
So yeah, they have like a northern, it's still like Top Water out of Michigan, but they're doing a northern Indiana trail because they're kind of splitting up into a bunch of different regions. But yeah, it's going to be with those guys.
So we partnered up with them for that. So if you fish that trail series, whatever you finish in the tournament, you will receive AOY points for that, correct? All our trail stops do have AOY points. We do have an AOY race. The Open and the Clash of Clubs do not count for the AOY race. If you're top 50 in AOY for the trail series, you will qualify for the championship automatically, whether you placed in 1 through 10 at any of the events, as long as you're in that top 50. And then 51 through 100 will automatically qualify for the invitational as well, even if they didn't place in that 11th through 20th place at any of these trail stops. From there, we swing over to Susie.
Madison Chain.
Madison Chain.
Madison, yes, sorry.
And that's going to be in conjunctions with the Great Lakes Kayak Fishing Series. We had kind of been scheduled that same weekend, so we decided why not partner up, bring everybody together. So if you fish the Great Lakes Kayak Fishing Series, you will receive AOY points for that, correct?
Yep.
And AOY points for the Paddle and Fin Trail Series. So it's a double whammy for you guys fishing that stuff. From there, we go to the Fox River in northern Illinois. Fantastic smallmouth fishing with a slew of other species available. That the boundaries are from the Algonquin Dam all the way down to the Yorkville Dam. So you're talking, what, 30 miles of river?
Yeah,
a lot of river.
40 miles of river available with all kinds of structure and stuff like that throughout there. So that one I'm super stoked for. The end of July. The smallmouth bite should be hot, and being able to key on those fish will be super, super cool. And I mean, that's a local body of water for us here. I'm predicting 90 inches for first place. Just saying.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we finalized the trail over on Lake Erie in the Maumee River, right outside of Toledo, Ohio. And there's a section in the river available and a section of the Lake Erie available as well. Susie, the boundaries are on the Tourney X page for that currently?
Not for those yet, no.
Okay.
So the boundaries that are on there are for Dale Hollow, Clash of Clubs, Tippecanoe. I can't remember if I posted. I know Madison is done. Fox River is done. Need to finish up Coldwater, Erie, and La Crosse. So
okay. Yep. So again, AOI points for all those, finishing it off, and then we go to the invitational. So the top 10% winners of the invitational will go to the championship, which we're not going to spill the beans on that yet, but let's just say the prize pool should be juiced. The prizes should be even juicier, and you're definitely going to want to make it to the championship. And we really put forth a lot of energy and thought into making it so you actually had to work your way into that championship. So, you know, there's going to be some sticks that make it there. They're going to battle it out. That'll be a 2-day tournament. And only the top 10 from day one will fish day 2. Everybody else will be fishing for a big bass tournament on that day 2. It'll be hourly big bass for those that place 11th and down. And then the top 10 will have a camera boat on each one of them all day long, following them around as they battle it out to win the championship. What did I miss?
I think you kind of got it all.
Jeez.
We should I think we should announce some of these great sponsors that we already got signed up, helping us out. All these events, like we said, guys, all the Tourney X fees are covered by these sponsors. All the PayPal fees covered by these sponsors. We're still talking to other ones. There is some extra juice. We don't know how much that is going to go towards these tournaments. So can't tell any details on that yet. But we got some great sponsors. They're going to have door prizes and things like that at all these events for us. Our two title sponsors. Yak Gadget, title sponsor. 153 Baits, title sponsor. Pelican Cases and Coolers, title sponsor. We have supporting sponsors so far confirmed. Rocktown Adventures out of Northern Illinois, Bioenno Power, Savior Outdoors, New Canoe, and am I missing anybody else?
Savior.
Savior Outdoors, I said.
Did you say? We got here
Eastport Marina. Obviously, they're helping with the boats and stuff for the giveaway at the Open. If you guys tuned into this late, go back and watch.
Everybody in right.
That's all we can release for right now.
Yeah, for right now. That's all
for right now. So I hope you guys are jacked up. If you guys got any questions, drop them down in the comments. Susie, thoughts, questions? Mind is blown.
This is gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazier is like I'm running this thing too, so I'm just like yeah.
So Susie is the tournament director. She'll be the main one judging. Susie has been helping run tournaments for what, 6 years?
Since 2014, yeah.
Okay, so 7 years.
Nah, my 7th year,
So Susie's
Say my first rodeo.
Susie's going to be judging fish. We got a few other folks that are going to be helping with that. I myself will be running all the live streams. Jay's going to be my right-hand man. We'll have people out on the water. A lot of our hosts are going to show up to these events to help out with the media stuff. So if you guys listen to some of our guys' segments, you want to meet them in person, talk to them, things like that, they'll be there. We'll announce who will be there as we're leading up to the events. And we're just looking forward to having everybody with us and on the water and just making this first year great. This is a start of an idea that we had and seeing it come to fruition, and we're drawing closer to that first event, man. And it's getting super exciting. I know every day, Jay and Susie and I, and a couple of the other folks that we've had involved with this, Matt Gibson, Titus Dominguez, Jason Young, Jason Peskowski. Who am I missing? We got to give a shout out to all these folks that really helped in some of the planning and the thought process and the ideas of all this, to see it come together. So thank you for everybody that helped kind of structure this and put it together. And now it's time to finally execute the plan. And we're super jacked about it. We can't thank the companies enough that are working with us to make this happen. Again, I forgot Jig Masters earlier. My apologies.
Jig Masters. Sorry, Cody.
Yeah, sorry, Cody. Jig Masters.
You might as well think of Armando too.
that is something else. Oh yeah, Armando.
Yeah.
Armando Sola.
Yeah.
Sola. Big Poppy. Has been helping with a lot of this too. But one thing as well, Jig Masters Jigs. Cody's got a mobile shop. He's planning on showing up to a majority of these events. You guys need some baits on the spot. Cody's going to be there. He can custom make something for you guys right on site. Super cool.
Mhm.
Shout out to Cody for, committing to come out to most of these events and having some tackle on site for guys and gals to purchase. We're also for the trail stops, we're working on, and we already have some things set up for some of them, but not all of them. Having food available for you guys, whether it be food trucks, getting some pizzas brought in, something like that. We do plan on having some food and beverages on site. The beverages thing, I can't announce them yet, but they're pretty much confirmed. Shout out Mountain Dew. But we will have some beverages on site for you guys and things like that. So it's super exciting, and we're looking forward to having all you guys out there and on the water. Again, if you got a club, you guys want to come out and be able to have the writing on the sleeve that you're the best club in the nation, get signed up for that. 3 guys from any club, only 1 team per club. So you guys can get signed up and all that good stuff. I didn't see any more questions in the chat. Jay, final thoughts? Man, a few words.
This is going to be huge.
Huge.
It's huge. This first stop, you would be a fool to pass it up, especially if you're with a club. There is so much here.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be available.
Yeah.
You just got to get on it. Tell your friends. If you're listening to this later, just like Brian said, tell the clubs. I mean, be that guy. Be that guy that says it everywhere, or woman.
Yeah.
Just say it in every conversation, even when it's not relative. You never know who's listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, just come on out. It's like Dale Hollow is gonna be a beautiful location for the first stop. It's gorgeous. I mean, the Eastport Marina is. I mean, I love that little area. It's really cool. It's a nice little nook, off the river, into the lake, and it's really nice. It's really, really nice. So,
I will say too, if you're not a tournament fishing or a fisherman, and you want to come out to the event, maybe help with some of the behind the scenes stuff, we're more than welcome to take in volunteers. Just reach out to us at Paddle and Fin Facebook page or Instagram. You could even send us an email, something like that. We'd love to have you guys out. We can always use some extra hands. It just helps the events run that much more smoother. So if you're interested in that, feel free to reach out to us. And I think that's it. Susie, anything else? Final thoughts?
Get signed up.
Open. The open.
Spread the word. Get signed up.
Decked out boat plus
cash.
3,500 in cash. That's just for 100 anglers.
Money. That's just for 100 anglers.
Second place, $1,800 plus a fully decked out boat. I mean,
money.
I think I quit, guys. I'm going back to tournament fishing.
I know. I'm like kind of jealous, of how awesome this is going to be, because it's like, man, why did I sign up to run this? But it's my passion. That's why. So.
Absolutely. If you guys are looking for a fishing jersey for the season and you want to have the Paddle and Fin logo on there, you can go to Fusion Jerseys, FUZION, Fusion Jerseys, just like Susie's wearing right there. Under the club, type in Paddle and Fin. It'll set it up with the main logo right there on the front, and then you can add all kinds of other logos. We will put a file up on the Facebook page of some of our sponsors' logos if you guys want to add those to your jerseys and things like that. I believe the cost on the jerseys through him are what, $85, $95?
Man, 80 years. It depends. Like if you want a long sleeve or like the
short sleeve.
There's
you've got a bunch of different options for sure.
Yeah, and you don't have to do like company logos. Like I do like a T-Rex on here too. So
She's a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's a thing.
She's a T-Rex.
I think
arms. She'll just come and knock you down. Watch out.
Watch out.
So
Superstar.
Jay's like, wow, Brian's fired up tonight.
I can't believe you just did a T-Rex.
Watch out, bro.
I think you got to stuck your hand.
Watch out. So we're looking forward to it, man. I just want to say thank you, everybody who supported Paddle and Fin all this time. We've had some tremendous growth, which has allowed us to put this together and do this for you guys. This is by anglers, for anglers, and we just look forward to seeing you guys out on the water. Till next time, boys and girls, tight lines, smooth paddling.